So I don't know who needs to hear this today, but I've been doing a lot of work on myself, and I've been going to therapy, and it's really helped me understand myself better. And essentially I am a true empath. Now, I know a lot of people band that word around, but being a true empath is essentially very rare, and it's often misunderstood. So if you're a true empath, you've probably felt it most of your life, and you've probably been labelled at least once or twice, probably from being very young, as the sensitive one, or you're a little bit too sensitive, or you struggle to take feedback from people, and things like that. What I've been learning about being an empath is that my whole life I've grown up thinking that it's a negative thing, that being sensitive is negative. But I've kind of been learning through working on myself that when you're a true empath, you're misunderstood by other people because everything comes out of you in a way where you are motivated deeply by love and care when you do things. Most things in your life you do with a lot of care, and what you don't realise is that essentially a lot of other people don't do things through a lot of care. They do things for different reasons, some of them nefarious, some selfish, but essentially not a lot of people have their behaviour motivated by care and love. So they find your behaviour strange. They think it's strange that you care so much, but you know deep inside as an empath that you care about everything. So feedback feels personal. You love the idea of lighting somebody else up, surprising somebody else, doing something nice for somebody else. And I've noticed as a true empath that you find it very overwhelming when someone does something nice for you. Compliments, things like that. They're quite hard for you to take. Not because you're ungrateful, it's because you're so grateful that you feel so emotional when somebody does something thoughtful, and that really kind of overwhelms you. And I think some people think that your reaction, well, this is me particularly, feels strange, but inside you're bubbling with emotion because you are always coming from that place of love. And what happens is, for empaths when they're younger, family around them sometimes just don't understand why they present that way. And so unintentionally, they try to steer your behaviour differently. So whether you're a male or a female, you might have been told, oh God, you're a bit wet, or you're a bit sensitive, or God, you can't say anything to her or him because they just take it so poorly. And so as a child, you don't have the ability to question that. So you grow up thinking that this thing that you have, this ability to care so much, is a weakness. But as I've been learning through therapy and through working on myself, actually it's my biggest strength. It's the one thing that's got me to the places that I've been, the connections I have with people, job opportunities I've had, volunteering work I've done. I would not have had those opportunities had I not been at the core this true empath, the person that's lit up by helping other people. And now I'm at an age where I can try and question why I've believed my whole life that my empathic nature was something to be ashamed of. Now I get to say, actually, I think it's my greatest strength, and I don't think anybody meant harm as I grew up trying to diminish it and dim it, but that's what happened. But as an adult, you get to reclaim that, you get to heal that part of yourself and say, actually, this is the greatest strength, and it's my life purpose. And it's okay that people don't get it, because people don't think the same way as me, and that is okay. But I don't have to believe that this is a weakness anymore. I get to embrace it. So I just want anybody else out there who feels that way or has kind of had that experience to know that actually being sensitive, being emotional, caring deep in your soul about how you do things and how you interact with people in the world and what you want to give to the world is your greatest strength. So learn to harness it and just learn to ignore anybody else that thinks it's soft, or that it's a weakness that you need to change, because you don't need to change. You're just one of those rare empaths.